So last week, Donald Trump made some comments about New Zealand's COVID pandemic getting out of hand. So I thought I'd respond to that in a real Kiwi way. You can see by the quality of my graphics and things that'll come, and also what I've put together. That's the sort of value that we would put on these sort of comments that were made by President Trump. But anyway, here we go.
Whoops. In fact, even New Zealand, you see what's going on in New Zealand. They beat it. It was like front page, they beat it because they wanted to show me something. The problem is big surge in New Zealand. So, it's terrible. We don't want that.
So what he's saying is that there's been a big surge in New Zealand and America doesn't want that. Well, here's some of the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. This is as at last week. This is the Worldometer coronavirus stats. That's the USA. And as you can see, some pretty big numbers there. And the population they mention is 331 million people. Here's New Zealand stats. Again, our population there of 5 million. So that's in black and white on the Worldometer stats. I'll talk to those a little bit later. So this is what a Kiwi thinks of Donnie's comments about New Zealand. You can tell I've got high quality graphics here. And Donnie said a big surge. Our Kiwi comment, yeah, right. So let's look at the numbers. US population, 332 million, divided by New Zealand's population, 5 million. So that gives us 66.4. So the US is 66.4 times bigger. We all get that? Can you understand that, Donnie? Again, these figures are from the Worldometer from last week. Total cases, US, you've got 5,699,000 cases. New Zealand, we've got, as at last week, 1,649. So times New Zealand cases to give a direct comparison to the US, times by 66.4, that would mean 109,000 cases if New Zealand had the same population as the US. Can you understand that? 109,000 cases as opposed to what you've actually got is nearly 6 million cases, again as at last week. So this last slide is the actual total deaths, again as at last week from the Worldometer. US, you've got 176,306 deaths. New Zealand, we've just had 22. This is as at last week, times by 66 to give a direct comparison to the US based on population. That would mean we would have, if we had the same population as the US, we would have 1,460 deaths. And you've got nearly 180,000 deaths. There is really no comparison. As we say in New Zealand, well, yeah, nah, you're an egg. And for copyright purposes, I've drawn up my own picture. Oops, I'm a clown. Good on you, Donnie.